This is Elagabalus, the Roman emperor who preferred to be addressed as My Lady or Empress of Rome. When it comes to strange rulers of history, few can rival the Roman emperor Elagabalus. Born in the year 204 AD, he rose to power at just 14 years old, thanks to his powerful grandmother, Julia Maesa, who maneuvered him onto the throne after the death of Emperor Caracalla. But Rome had no idea what kind of emperor they were about to get. Elagabalus wasn't just unusual, he was outrageous. He was originally a high priest of the Syrian sun god, Elagabal, from which he took his imperial name. The young emperor shocked Roman society by trying to replace Jupiter, the chief Roman god, with his own Eastern deity. He even had a massive black stone, believed to have fallen from the heavens, installed in a grand temple in Rome to serve as the new centerpiece of worship. For the traditionally religious Romans, this was nothing short of blasphemy. But his religious reforms were only the beginning. Elagabalus became infamous for his wild behavior, odd rules, and extravagant feasts. He loved shocking his guests. At his banquets, he served absurd delicacies, camel heel, flamingo tongues, peacock brains. Sometimes, he served entire meals where everything was made of a single ingredient. In one notorious display, he reportedly showered his guests with so many rose petals that some suffocated under the weight of the flowers. He also had a love for pranks. Seats were rigged with air bladders, collapsing under unsuspecting nobles. Sometimes, he released tame lions or leopards into the dining hall, just to watch his guests panic. These weren't just jokes, they were demonstrations of power, a reminder that in Elagabalus Rome, nothing was predictable. But it wasn't only the banquets that shocked people. His private life was equally scandalous. Elagabalus is remembered for defying Roman traditions of masculinity. Ancient sources say he dressed in women's clothing, wore elaborate makeup, and preferred to be called the Empress of Rome rather than emperor. He married several times according to historical records, but he also openly took male lovers, including one of his chariot rider. He even offered fortunes to doctors who could perform surgery to turn him to female. For a conservative Roman society, this was unthinkable. Despite his eccentricities, Elagabalus was still emperor, and his rules reflected his chaotic style. He dismissed senators at will, elevated his favorites to positions of power, and gave out high offices as if they were party favors. His reign lasted just 4 years, from 218 to 222 AD. But in that short time, he left behind one of the strangest legacies in Roman history. In the end, his unpredictability proved too much. At just 18, Elagabalus was assassinated by his own Praetorian Guard. His body was dragged through the streets, mutilated, and thrown into the Tiber River. A brutal end to a bizarre reign. Yet centuries later, Elagabalus remains one of the most fascinating figures of ancient Rome. He was not a conqueror, not a reformer, but a performer, a ruler who turned the empire into his stage. Whether through his odd rules, lavish feasts, or defiance of social norms, Elagabalus carved his name into history as Rome's most eccentric emperor.